Hello. So today I'm gonna continue working on the stuff I did yesterday or day before on this extinction risk website layout. And I'm gonna check that the streams are working. Okay, everything seems to work fine. Not sure about the chat. No. Restart it. It's been a little bit like finicky. Okay. Yeah, so I think the main thing, I think I have like quite a lot of small things to do. Like I don't think there's nothing super major, but I think the main thing is that before that I have to do before anything else is deciding on the colors, and I think there's like four things there with the colors. There's the background color, and then there's the colors for these three different variables that I have to set. So I kind of like the blue background color that I have. I think it will be something like that. And I also kind of like that there's like the blue is kind of like the primary color for the graph as well. So there isn't like a too strong contrast to the background, so I think it somehow makes it more pleasant to watch it. But there's still a little bit trickiness with especially this. Especially this like expected life years thing. So because I want to have it different from the probability of survival, but I also want to have it similar, and I have to have it this kind of darker mode. So, and that can make it hard to distinguish from the background, but maybe it's not too bad. But let's see if there's something to be improved there. So let's see a little bit if there's a little bit better balance to be had. So it's somewhere in here. One of these. I think I might have like a lot of like layers here that I not really use, so I think I'm gonna remove them here at the same time if I have some extra layers here that I think that's useful. I don't know what this is. Oh, okay, this is this one. I had this one a little bit lost. It's a little bit in the wrong place, I would say. So I'm gonna move it. Let's see where it belongs, but I'm gonna close these first because they're taking a lot of space. That. Okay. So they should be under the visibility menu. Can I manage to get them there like that? Okay, that works. And I think there's some, no, there's a little bit of redundancy there, I think. The one of these, it's not this one. Okay, yeah, here I had some like maybe some extra stuff. So yeah, I can just remove this layer now. That. And then we can get back to this thing. And let's see. I don't know if this does anything either. Okay, just remove this one. I don't really know what it is doing. Gonna remove it. Hopefully it's nothing important. Yeah, this is some sketching there. I think I'm gonna leave those orange lines there because they will help to understand how these things play together. So I think I'll just have to make some layers here and just try a few different colors. So let's take a look. Okay, I think one of those layers has been. Okay, yeah, this layer has also the. It has the color for the line up there, so I maybe should not have moved it. It's a little bit annoying now. Yeah, I think that one of those layers was kind of like an extra of that, so so what if we take this out? Survival. I'm just gonna draw it here like that. So we're not gonna be using that color. And I'm gonna take that color that I have over here, and now I'm gonna like a new system here where it's not. Let's see, where we have like a. This is a little bit wide, but I think it might be okay. Let's just use that. So here, go to 99, then we go to like 90, which is around here, I think, and then we go to 70 here and 55, almost 50, like that. So if you have that there, and yeah, that's out, and here we have the empty layer now. So we're gonna use this one. So let's start trying a little bit different colors there, and I kind of like want to stay like, what if we can manage to stay in the same hue as we have there, but we just change the kind of like the saturation, and what's the other one? Ooh. Well, whatever, darkness or whatever, brightness. I think this could already be. I think we are pretty close with the text also. This is already pretty close. I think I could try out a little bit lighter. So the trick is that it shouldn't be too much. It shouldn't be too similar to the survival probability, but it should be quite similar. So it's a little bit of a balance thing there. Not an easy balance to find. Let's click there. Oops. Yeah, this is almost. This is very close. Oops. This is too different already. And it's also kind of important to see how it works out in the on the top there. See, I have the legend thing here. I should have set a color here. Should be like red, for example. So let's bring this up here. That's a little bit bad place actually. Okay. Yeah, this is already like a little bit too dark. Like you can't really even like see the difference. So let's see if you have the other one. How much darker this is. Like it doesn't. The contrast seems a lot bigger in the smaller screen. Sorry. So here, and I click here and save. Yeah, it's not like. Are we really getting this color here? It doesn't seem like the color at all. Maybe we are. So let's try to have this color a little bit brighter. So it's this one. So instead of this, we're gonna go a little bit brighter. And we actually want to bring this up a little bit, so it's gonna be on top of that. So I think this is like brighter one now. So let's try to change the here. Okay. Yeah, I'm still not sure if there's enough of a contrast, but I wonder if it's did we actually take the, are we getting like the right one here? Yeah, it just seemed like so much. Maybe I should also try to bold these so it would make it more distinguishable. Then like it's also like the thickness is closer to the thickness of the lines in the graph. I think that's also helpful. Like that. I'm gonna have that explanation text there. I think this could be okay. Okay, let's see about the red one now. The red color. So this is the old one. I also want to make, I don't have it down here, but because I have those explanations or those like text for the slides that are pretty, they're like yellow, but they're like orange. Orange is yellow, so I want to make sure that this color is different enough from them. So let's see. Sir, what's your question, gamer? Yeah, I don't. This is not like a related to that topic at all, I think. So yeah, I'm not gonna have any opinion on that right now. So let's see. I had these. So I want to see if I can go like quite far from the yellow colors. Like, could I even have some very, would it look cool to have like some very red colors? But I also should remember that I have those vertical bars there to indicate the different time periods, and if I go too red, then I think that someone can get maybe mistaken, but I'm not sure if that's actually quite so big danger. Oh yeah, I should try to look if I have those lines somewhere. Like, should I have them like higher up there? It's not here. Okay, it's this one. So should I bring this somewhere up there to the graph area so that it would stay on top? Because the way these layers work, that whatever layer is higher is always on top. So if I bring this here, then it's gonna be on top. So is this a good choice? And yeah, these lines will continue to go down here and connect to this other graph. Yeah, maybe that's, yeah, now I'm not quite sure like how much are these that's gonna be distracting. Yeah, we can move it back if it's too bad. So let's look at some like so yeah, this is, I think this is just too close to those lines over there. I think it's gonna be like some more orange hue than what I have, but something like this is, I kind of like this. It's quite pink, and I kind of like it how at least I like it how it looks against the blue background, but and it also has to look good against all of these blue lines. So I think what this helps with that, it's not quite as bright as the orange one, so maybe it's not so somehow like annoying to look at. I think like maybe some danger with okay, we get some puts here. I think it could be a little somehow a little bit brighter. So, oh, we are actually on the wrong layer doing this, so we should be at this layer, and I want to try how it looks like if I just write something with it. So choose this because I kind of like want to have these percentages in writing as well on top of here. I'll have this a little bit thicker. It could still be a lot thicker. Actually, I have this one that I'm gonna like. So 0.110. So if that number is there, is it kind of like nice to read, or is it just too? Does it get too noisy with the background? Also, this doesn't have like a. I was kind of like thinking that this one would. Let's see, I have this. Why is this not? Why is there this opacity thing going on with this one? Let's see if I can control it. Whoa. Um, yeah, I suppose it's fine. Actually, so, and is it because of this? Okay, now it has kind of like full. I don't know why. Why did it have before? Okay, so it was like this. This color. Would this be okay? It's kind of like I kind of like the look, but especially with these numbers, if I have these numbers here, it's so like it's like a too big of a contrast. I think. I wonder if I go like a little bit higher, but I don't know. Somehow this gets. It's like very different color. Oh, I actually noticed now that there was this spam from Kik, so now the Kik chat seems to be working, which it didn't do before. So that's kind of like nice to notice. Yeah, but this writing seems a lot nicer here. I think it's a lot clearer against the background. I'm not sure. Not sure. I could have like a year here written. I don't know, but not sure if I want to have this text here because it's it's especially difficult if I have multiples of these lines. If I have another scenario, so yeah, not sure. This is kind of like big difference. So let's go here a little bit. So we're gonna like try out some stuff here. Wrong. Take this one. Try a little bit different. It could actually be better to go over here with to have and again we have to change so that if we have like something like this, I think that's actually might be nicer. So this would be like pretty, how would you say, like white, kind of like this kind of peach color. But I don't really like yellow colors so much. So if we can stay here in quite, is it like a quite a red thing. So let's try how it looks here on the legend text. So we go there and we're gonna change this like this and click and that. I think that could be quite nice. So it's almost a little bit too colorless. So let's try some kind of want to try a little bit of like say, compromise. Okay, what did we choose here? Like this. This might have been the one that we just had. Again, it's kind of like I have to press it hard so that it draws. We go a little bit this way. Yeah. Yeah, something like this could be nice. It's not too bright. I think that's we not have to be too bright with this one. That could be nice. Just like checking like how hard do we have to press so that it doesn't. Okay, if you have to press quite hard, like so it doesn't. I kind of like would like to turn off this sensor that so that it would always just apply this kind of maximum pressure. That could be okay. So let's try this one now if we have over here. This. Yeah. I think we could go with this one. So what I want to do now? Well, I'm gonna try it out. So I'm gonna take this off and I'm gonna put another layer here and we're gonna put this. Okay, this could be. Ooh, it seems pretty dark actually now. Somehow. But it's very different from the background. It's very different from the blue color, so it can be a little bit dark and still stand out quite well. That, and this could be a little bit lower. They seem a little bit. I wonder if these seem a little bit uneven. Like, am I still getting enough color there? And this would be in very bottom, like that. I can actually redraw it because I will get annoyed if it's too much away from the ground up. Okay. So, oh yeah, one thing that I want to look now, also before committing to this color that I maybe should have done for these blue colors is this, because they will be here in the input area as well. So there's the input area is here. So in this one, so if I replace the ones that I have here, how will they look? Yeah, I was playing. There seems to be like no way to. Because I would like to choose multiple objects because I want to. There's going to be like these 4 squares that I want to have in the same color. But I cannot choose like I cannot like what's it hold like hold control and click this. It's always changed to the next one, but I can do this. That I can choose these ones, and then I think yeah, here. Why is there no color picker here? How do I pick the color? There's like a recent color here, but I think that's like a recent color for like in this tool or something. But I could use the color if I can able to use the color picker for this text here, why cannot I use it for these boxes over here? Weird, because now color. What's this apricot? What is this? Yeah, these are just some kind of like, I don't know, standard colors here. But maybe I just have to make like new boxes. But also with this one, yeah, I just, if I click here, okay, it will use the, so I'm gonna, this will be like a correct thickness. Yeah, okay, but this color first, so whatever is this. I think I have used it over there now, so I can pick it from here, and then I'm gonna try to draw these boxes. So yeah, one thing that I decided to do is I want to have these boxes separately. I want to have them in their own layer. I think it has to be a vector layer. I think they are always vectors. I'm not sure if this is like a best choice, but I think this shouldn't be as thick. Not quite as thick. So let's put these over here. This from the previous layer. So this. So now it's kind of like interesting to see how do these colors mix. Come on, let's go. These out. I think this still would be a lot easier if I could choose those colors, or could like more freely select the color in the box options. I don't really know what's up with that. I think these boxes might be a bit too thick, so they're gonna overlap quite easily. So let's try to make them a little bit thinner. So I think this color works here as well quite okay, like, and the point being that you can distinguish between the between these blues, and also that the darker blue, I suppose it stands out enough from the background. Okay. Yeah, now this kind of red looks quite flat, or it looks quite might be even a little bit too dark. Let's see. Just like maybe one of my big things is that I kind of like focus too much on the details at this point. Okay. Oh, we have to choose the new color from here, like that. Again, this seems a little bit. Oh, where did I oh, where did I lose my uh, where did my vector go? Okay, I deleted it by accident, it appears. So okay, this is probably from here then, or what? Okay. Okay. They are a little bit too close to each other. And I might have to make them even smaller, like these lines. Like that's one way to handle this. They're a little bit too crowded, this input thing. Now I kind of want to move those. I think those, like these time things, they're a little bit distracting from that. Let's see, where do I have this one? What if I move it? And I could here like make this kind of thing that it's somewhere in between. Like now it's there, like it's behind this line, but it's above the background. So this could be some kind of compromise here. Like it's below these lines, but it's above the what do you call this pattern? Yeah. So for the inputs, I have to change these colors. So from here, that. Okay, here now I'm thinking a little bit that is this showing well enough from the background, because it's a little bit dark color, so can the user make it out from there? Is it clear enough? Again here, like I have to click all of these separate. I think there probably is some kind of better way, but I haven't figured it out. Just thinking like what's the normal viewing distance? Is this fine? Is it clear enough? Maybe. Okay. I think I will go with these colors. So next I have to replace these ones. This explanation, and I could use here some thick lines or something. So I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna just use this. So let's try to make like a very thick line to present first this one like this, and then this guy will be like this, and then I think I will have this. Let's see how this turns out. Okay, it's not good idea. Let's try to make this small. Yeah, something like this. I think this. Yeah, something like that. And I can make this one a little bit bigger, I think. I can like over exaggerate here. I hope this is the right red. Yeah, something like that should be okay. And this one, I think I've decided against not using it, so I can remove it. Where is it? I think it's here. Okay. Okay, let's move this a little bit down. Also, I'm thinking now about this time. Let's see. This time scale layer, if I make them a little bit more opaque, then they don't stand up so much there. But yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure about that. So, oh yeah, the one thing about this input still that I gonna like forgot is that I have to draw those is it this one? It's kind of like the wrong one. There's probably in the input, probably this one, yeah. So like especially now there's like not enough space for these. And I wonder if I can just, do I need to have these, because I think they make it a little bit more messy. So still I think what I need to do first is this the correct one? What is this layer? Did I still just... I did... okay, I did, again, I put this on the wrong place, but I'm just gonna take these off. Or can I... because I cannot select them all. It's gonna... what's the... okay, Control X. Because I need to make them smaller anyway. And I think I need to make these smaller. This might be even bigger. Because there's just too much space taken by this. Okay, I wonder if I, like now, I'm selecting all of these. So can I assign... ooh, what is this? Okay, some gradient stuff. Oh, it's... it actually, did it just apply a color for them? Because I don't want to make these the same color. I just want to... I just want to change the thickness of these. What's this stuff? Yeah, this is about fills, thickness. Yeah, I can select. I can like change the... okay, this is pretty cool. I can change the thickness of all of these here. So even if the color stuff is a little bit harder than this still works quite okay. Gonna click here. Okay. So let's do those other boxes. So this will be in the light blue. Okay, I'm just gonna test this now. That I'm gonna just draw these boxes, and then I'm gonna select all of these, and now I can just do this, and they will all of the sizes will be the same. But it's still a little bit tricky because here I don't remember that this problem of this like overlapping boxes was so big before. I don't know what's caused this. Did I have this stuff like more to the right before this? Because this is not like totally centered here. That, so this will help, especially here in these last ones. They are like there's this like overlap, and it just looks so bad. And now these are not very leveled. Yeah, this is a little bit too much. You can kind of like see where it's supposed to be here, but I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Just gonna try to make these boxes as small as possible. This might be a little bit too much to the right, so this. Oh yeah, one other thing that I was thinking now is that I kind of like have this idea that okay, these orange ones, as you could call this now, that they would be higher up so that you can I'm kind of like thinking like, is this color vibrant enough actually so that yeah, maybe it's okay, but I'm kind of like, because there's no other like reddish color, so it's probably okay, except for these borders, which can be a problem. Yeah, let's see. So yeah, oh yeah. But I was talking that I kind of wanted to have these orange inputs higher. So because they are like you set this thing for years, for example, this orange box is for 25 to 35. So you kind of like, it's easier to make the connection if it's the box itself is between those numbers, like physically, like both like horizontally and vertically, or it's in the in vertically, it's in the same level. But now I think that's kind of, it makes this a little bit harder to track somehow. I also now kind of want to, let's first do these boxes, but I think I'm gonna join these two layers as one, because then it will be okay. I'm not sure. Is it easier or harder to like move things around? Okay, I think now there's less. There's like no. Okay, there's actual like overlap here. There's at least like some touching here, but it's not nothing like super big. Yeah, it's still a little bit, and also like the size of these boxes are a little bit uneven because other ones have bigger numbers. And yeah, okay, let's try to make a different version of this where also first I'm gonna remove these. Yeah, these are not needed. And this from here. So okay, I think I'm gonna actually have this one visible, so I can at least use it to pick these colors. So before I had these kind of like boxes around, but at least it's gonna be easier to do this if I don't have those boxes. So I'm just gonna try to, if I just put this it's the width here. Oh, this is too small. But I would just like set this into too small. Yeah, this is like a problem with this, again with this system where how hard you are pressing affects how thick the line is, or how opaque it is. So, and there's probably like a way to turn it off, but I haven't figured it out. And yeah, yeah, the one ugly thing about this is that if I do it like this, is that it's gonna go behind there, and I have to put it here, right? If it's down there, then it's kind of like goes behind those input boxes, and that kind of makes it ugly. So I think one solution is to have maybe in those input boxes some kind of background that could be like semi-transparent. I could try it out soon. So this one comes from here, and then everything goes in here. Next one. And it's kind of like nice if I could put this just a little bit below the number thing, so the user can see where they're going. So now let's turn off that other one, and okay, the red one as well. The red one is like super red, so I'm kind of like thinking, is this too distracting to the viewer? It also seems very thick if I do it like that. This could also be like this kind of like how hard I press thing. It's kind of like also from the tablet settings, or I could fix it on that end, but I think that could have like some negative effects as well. So the last one here, and now where do I have this? I have this here, so I should have the input areas, all of this stuff. It doesn't work. I should move all that input area stuff under the graph area stuff, so like that. Now everything goes behind the graph. So let's see. Okay, let's see how this looks now. I think this could be okay, actually. I think it's quite fine. Quite fine, maybe. Okay. And I don't know if I really need to move this stuff from the background. Because does it bother too much? I think you can still make out the numbers, and it kind of like makes it easier to see the connection between the numbers. Oh, oh, I did a mistake here. Of this one. Let's see if are we in the right layer. Here, this one. So I have to. Oops. Because it has to connect to this one here. Okay, just a little bit. And it's kind of like the same thing to some extent with that other one, but maybe it's not noticeable. but with this one it certainly is. So what's that color? Is it this one? I think so. So this goes here. Now I don't have the this like that. I'm gonna start it a little bit lower. This is gonna like the most important of these to get right, because other than that they're just all in some kind of maximums. Okay. I'm thinking that could it be more red instead of this orange, but let's just go. Okay, let's see how this looks, how distinguishable this orange is from the orange in these slides here. I think it's pretty, or this is like maybe this is yellow enough so you can make the distinction. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay. Okay, one thing that I want to do is get these guys off here. I also have to recolor them. I'm just wondering where those are. Is they're in here? Okay, it's this one. So change this, and we're gonna remove this because this the last number here, it used to be for a little bit different specification. So now I should be able to just choose from here always, and it should work. This and this one from this one. Okay. And I'm gonna put them, now that we only have two of these numbers, I think it's quite okay to put them next to each other like this. And then I'm just gonna move it a little bit, and I don't need this. I had this kind of like weird thing here to, but let's see where it is so I can take it off. So here, probably actually somewhere else. Yeah, probably. Is it in here? Yeah, it's somewhere here. Okay, I can just remove this. And that kind of like also makes it a little bit nicer to read. Over here. Yeah, I think that's like correct. That I have to first have this. Gonna have here this kind of thing. This will be white. Okay. So I think now I could even have this. Could I have this here in the middle? But then Then I would have to move this other thing. I could make this bigger. I don't know if that looks good. And I can just remove this and copy this there. Like that. Yeah, it would help to understand the scaling if I had it also there. But it kind of messes up with this. Yeah, but I had the idea that I could move this condensed timescale text in different place. So let's see how this would turn out. Come on. No. So I could have here, this would be the to 0.0555 and 50%. Okay, something like that. And we'll have this one as here as well. I think it's kind of like nice to have this these scale values here so that the user understands that the y-axis is the same for both of these, because it might not be. Because the x-axis is not, so it's kind of easier to make those connections. Okay, this one. I wonder if it's just easier to. Can I just do? No. This would be something that rotates here. There's some rotating here. Okay, let's try this. No. Nope. Huh? Where did it go? I think I'm gonna give up on that and just make a new layer because. Oops. So redo. Now I also kind of lost that. Not in the right. Okay, this one. Ah. Okay. So I'm gonna make new names for those graphs, and I could have here the name for this graph. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna actually do it in this. I think it's good to have like this kind of. I think this is fine. Condensed time scale. Yeah, it could be a little bit brighter and bigger. Yeah, something like that. Although it is a little bit different from the in some sense this kind of like purple color is nice here for the time scale, because kind of like the main color or the median color in the times in this graph representing the time scale is this kind of purple thing. So it could work quite okay like that. Move it a little bit to the left. It's kind of like a happy accident that I can fit this here well, because those lines go like that. So this would be like linear timescale, or I could say maybe real timescale could be actually. This linear has like I used to have like a logarithmic timescale up there, but it is, I think to condense is the better word, and like how I'm doing this now, it is not like truly logarithmic either, so I think that's for the better. Yeah, now I'm gonna annoy that this condensed and real, they are like have different length in the words, so that's a little bit annoying. I wonder if I could have them inside here. This is of course something that doesn't maybe always work so well. Guess there's gonna be those. In some cases, like this orange bar here is gonna be on top of this title, so it's not such a good idea. It's like no perfect options here, so I'm just gonna let's go with something like that. Yeah, now I'm like looking at these numbers. Like there, it could be good to have, maybe good to have some kind of background for these, some kind of semi-opaque thing, but I don't know. Oh, what's the next thing? Let's see. Oh yeah, the one. Oh, okay. Actually, there's the second graph that I really haven't. I haven't applied the new color scheme there yet, so I think that should be maybe. Or maybe actually not, because if I still get some kind of idea to change these colors, then I think it's gonna take so long time, and I gonna like get the. So I'm not gonna do that now. I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna work on. Yeah, let's take a look at this. See where I have it. Yeah, this simulation thing. So the point is that the user can simulate different. So here, if the user simulates 10 scenarios with these input values, then the graph would show kind of like the result of those, or would show those like 10 scenarios that are simulated, so in which the extinction happens at some probability. So here, for example, that we have like a 55% by 12,025. So that would mean that there's gonna be maybe like 4 scenarios where the humanity has gone extinct. So it would kind of like show those 4 scenarios somehow. That's the idea, and that would help to give a better impression of this overall effect. So I kind of like have to figure out, did this go off? I have to figure out how to do that, and let's take a look at what's the here we have the slides. So is it something like slide 6? And I have some stuff here, so I'm just gonna like wipe it off first. Six, and from here we should have this kind of layer and this. So I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna take this off. Let's see first, like what was I don't know what I've been like planning here. Okay. Let's see, how would I do this? Okay, that's just wiping it off. So if we have like this, so this kind of like simulation, so I think like maybe the main thing there is that it has to indicate that it's like an instantaneous effect. So that if we have, for example, here like the extinction event over here, so we would go straight to 0 somehow. So but maybe the problem is that this kind of like system is not designed to show like different or these variables that I use, they are not maybe so much because they are dealing with like survival probabilities and extinction probabilities, and it would feel kind of like stupid maybe to change the scale suddenly that okay, now there's a 100% probability and stuff like that. So like maybe one I don't know, maybe if I don't figure it out, then I will just write for now that in here in the application that this will be handled somehow, but I don't know how yet or something. I don't know. It's a bit tricky. Yeah, the survival probability I could use that some. I could also like add some new variables, but I'm not sure if I'm too interested in doing that. I could also do, let's see, if I had I think I have made somehow. At some point I've made some kind of dots, but I don't remember anymore how. What's this scatter? No. And it's not in here. Yeah, with this survival probability, you could just make a line. Like I think like I could have like a line go up there with like 100% survival, and then there's gonna be some kind of deviations from that. So I wonder if this could also be done with some kind of like different layers, some kind of like opaque layers. Like let's say we have an extinction over here, then we don't have any more life at all, so we could have like a I'm just gonna use the other color. We could have like some kind of like that it ends here, like I don't know, maybe yeah, let's That's not the one. I'm gonna make a copy of this. Let's do, how do you do it? There was some kind of way to make a copy. Move the top unused, isn't that? And that's okay. Yeah, here, save new brush preset. So let's change something here. Let's make that 60 and we save. I'm gonna save that and take that off. And now we have this new thing. So no, it's bigger. So it would go like this. We could also maybe somehow fade off that old stuff. So if you have something like, where am I actually painting? Yeah, it's okay. So let's have another one. We have another one over here that we're gonna like, let's make, I wonder if there's like a better way to color this. There's this, like, it goes like 0. Maybe it's okay to do it like that. So now if we have that one, and we could make again a little bit we could have another, yeah, I don't, it just probably gets too hard. But if I make this, I wonder if I make this with different, because I have these different like this. So if it's this kind of, I could also use like another way to separate between these different things is to use a little bit different color on each one of them, but then it's just gonna go over that previous one. And I kind of want to have different, I have like plenty of these. So let's see if this was like one of those, like that. Goes here, and then we have another one. So I have some more of this. Okay, it goes a little bit different. This. I'm just like thinking now that maybe does this still give like a bit too optimistic of an of a vibe. And how would I? Is there a way to like better indicate these in extinctions? It would be kind of easy to. I wonder if this is too big of our like an issue now because I want to get. I have like certain like goal like a time schedule goals that I have in mind for when I make this presentation, and I think this might take a bit too much time to do right now, so I might want to do it later. But on the other hand, this would be something that is pretty cool to have and would help to grasp the intuition a lot better than what we have currently had. So not quite sure. Okay, I was also thinking now that let's go back a little bit and let's go here and gonna make a copy of this, and let's put like a zero thing here. So I think we can fit that. 0/0%, like that. So these, I could like level these so that they're always, they're like left centered. And I'd really like to have this text. Oh, could I actually fit this text here? Where do I have those? Are they here? Where do I have those? I put them like somewhere here where they shouldn't be. It's not here. I'm just gonna go through everything because I really want to do something. This is weird. Just gonna turn everything off. Oh, it's here. So where do I want to put this? think I'm gonna put this here. Okay. No, where? Oh, what's happening? What? Okay, suddenly those... Where do I have that? It's kind of acting strange. Okay, take that off. Now I have these. And can I move them here? Does it make sense? If I have it here. Or is it... It's kind of like too close to these ones, but I wonder if I could make some changes here. But because it's kind of like that they are in the right hand side of the graph, it's kind of like... It's kind of not good. And that's just like the principle that we read from left to right, so and so I'm just kind of like thinking that if I could put it here, is that a good thing or not? Actually, I'm just gonna keep them where they are because there's so many other problems. Yeah, let's look at something else for a while because I don't think I'm ready to think about the simulation thing after all. So I have some notes here. I'm gonna go through the notes. So I have some arrows here. I wonder if I should start working on the slides now or not. Is there still like stuff that is about to change too much? I'm gonna look at some other stuff first. Okay, it's ready. Oh yeah, I might want to mark somehow these areas. Yeah, I want to bring all of this stuff up. Is it possible? These are not under... Can I just choose everything and try to... I'm gonna save first because this is... Okay, so we go like this. Just move everything up. And like that. I could also move... I don't think I can move like everything down on the right hand side, but okay. So this one, have to do some like specific things here because now it's like it's a bit too crowded. It's already looking a bit too crowded, but we might have to just live with it. Let's put my name actually here, or it could actually be in the bottom somewhere. So we keep that as it is. So we're gonna make from the top here some kind of header. So I'm gonna add here, actually, is this, I'm gonna add here a layer. Add some gray stuff there, like this. So this will be like a header on the page. Oops. Oops. Let's try again. Do I have like a wrong pen or something? Why did it do it like that? Let's throw it. Okay, and let's make it opaque. We could go for like a, it could be a little bit different from the ones that we have. Yeah, no. You get the idea. I'm gonna make it like better looking later, but actually I should do it now. I'm just gonna throw over that. Yeah, something like that. I could use, like, because I've been using that, maybe the blue is kind of like the, or this kind of like teal is kind of like the main color theme along with the background blue, so I think I will use just some variation of that there for now. You can see that this, I just have to make that, I think I'm gonna move these also a little bit down. Try to make it a little bit less crowded. So, but also so that it's kind of like, it should be a little bit level. Go like that. And now, yeah, I'm still not happy with that background color actually. So yeah, let's go to this one and move this down a little bit, and I think I might have to make some kind of other changes here as well. Yeah, I think this needs a little bit more air. Let's go like that, and then I'm gonna get rid of that thing, make it look a little more cleaner. I'm gonna change that, change the title over there. Try something like that. I don't know. Maybe I don't need to, because everything is explained anyway, so it's gonna do that. Yeah, like here. And now, yeah, I kind of want to make some maybe this would also help with this problem, that if I don't, I'm just gonna make some something can I have a can I have here yeah, I don't remember anymore how I got those, that kind of like dotting. So I'm just gonna use white, and I'm gonna use something like very thin, like this one. Not fit. Yeah, there's just no. Oh, but what if I use some of these? No. It always, if I use some of these, it's just always. Oh, but what if I use one of these and it's a lot smaller? Yeah, something like this. This could actually look okay. It could get the same effect that I'm looking for. Okay, let's try this. It's probably gonna be bad. And I'm not sure if I really need this for the top things. So I'm gonna have another one over here, this, and then this is gonna be like for the graph area. I'll do it like this. Now it looks a little bit uneven. It's gonna go like this. And what if I just tone up down the opacity here? Maybe that's okay. But now I think here on the top, it looks in the graph area. It looks very crowded. So, and here also, like I don't. I think you cannot really like. It's not maybe easy to notice the effect that we are going after. So it kind of like needs to be. It kind of like needs to be. Oh, that's gonna. That's. I don't really know how to fix this. Yeah, maybe something like that. And I just make sure that there's like enough separation between these segments. You can also leave out here. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's not the best. I'm just gonna try with just have just have some thin line there. This is again like one of those things that I'm spending too much time on, but it's just somehow it's nice to play around with this kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm spending way too much time on this. Like this. Yeah, I think this might be just the best, like this kind of quite simple. So let's go in here. Over here I want to make these smaller. So this is a vector, so I should be able to use this like that. Okay, that would be okay. I can move it a little bit higher, and then I will move this a little bit higher as well. Yeah. Okay. Mm. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's still like it is still like way crowded, but I don't know if I can make such big changes here now that it wouldn't be. Let's play around with the idea of adding those numbers in this. Over here. So we're gonna add a layer here. I'm gonna write here. 0.03 40%, like that, and I'm gonna make it, and it needs to be a lot bigger and bold. Let's try that. See if that's nice or not. Now I'm gonna get the impression that it's a bit too bright against the background. If it's bigger, that might help, but Yeah, I don't know. And also like maybe one idea also that, well, here I have for the other ones I have like very much like adjacent to the graph. I have like those numbers for other variables, but I don't have them so much for this variable. Let's try the white color. Yeah, that's a lot clearer at least. And maybe you can make the connection to the, and maybe this could actually be easier to make the connection to the control input down here because it is also in white. But it could be smaller now actually because it's so, and I think also smaller fits because those other ones that are adjacent to the graph, they are also in smaller font. Something like that. Okay. So yeah, the one solution now here with these top values is that I just put it under the line like that, and then oops, over here again it just goes above, and yeah, otherwise it could be just above all the time. 0024. That's 250. Okay. So yeah, I could also like add here that it is per year, but it's maybe enough explained already here in the title. Yeah, this could also be above here. Like I'm wondering, like would that work? Like then it would be yeah, I think it's actually okay. It's probably like it's probably fine. I'm just gonna keep it there. So what next? Let's look at what we are doing here. Okay. Yeah, I could add here in the header. See where we have it. Probably here. So here something like dark slash light mode. Yeah. So What if I could go and work on the scenario 2? Oh yeah, I'm gonna add my some kind of thing here. Something like that. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, okay. This condensed timescale, the real timescale, now that I'm looking at it, could you get some kind of like wrong impression that they concern uh, the right hand sides of the graphs rather than being about the graphs themselves? But I don't know. Maybe that's overthinking it a bit. Okay, these year numbers are getting behind those. Uh, mm. I had at some point I also had the idea that could I have like there's these survival probabilities, because now I have inside the graph area I have these um, extinction probabilities, so I could have these also like 70.4 or 6, like that could fit here, but I think they would get so messy. I don't know. It just seems that it doesn't, and it's gonna make the graph a lot more crowded, and I would have to use a lot smaller fonts all around as well. So I don't really think that it's worth to pursue that. So let's look at this. So if I have these secondary goals here, oh yeah, one thing here also is that I should move all of these inputs down a bit so that I could have like some kind of input text. Maybe I don't need it, but maybe it's only for this scenario A and scenario B. Um, things. And also here with scenario B, just thinking about having all those. Oh, it's gonna get tricky with this scenario B if we have this big of a difference. because not all of these numbers are they're not gonna fit, and they should be like a little bit different. How am I gonna do the? I was thinking now that could I do the? Okay, this has gone to sleep. Let's see, where do I have the? There's so much stuff in this slide. Not sure if it's a good idea. Oh, what happened? Oh, take this off. Bouncing around. It's not here. It's not that one. Yeah, this one has two of those. Okay. Well, first of all, let's take that thing off, and then I'll go in this layer. Oh, it's not this one. It's this layer, and we're gonna think about. Oh, did I make these calculations actually? Do I have somewhere the like new values? Not here. I hope that I have them somewhere. I haven't just taken them out. Is it here? What did I do to those? Because I'm just, my biggest fear now is that I have to do a lot of math again for the secondary scenario. Because I have the result of those, like here, the difference between the scenarios, but I don't know like what are the inputs that it's based on, like where are these, or actually are they here in this? No. I think I might have the calculations somewhere, but it will still be quite a bit. Well, I don't know. Well, if I'm otherwise in any case, I'm gonna copy paste those. Say yeah. So what I wanted to try out is that if I'm gonna have, it would be really nice if in Krita, like, because now here next to the color wheel, it has those colors that I have just used, but I would like it to have some kind of chance to like make some I don't know, bookmark colors or something. So some kind of like colors that like remain the same. So for the scenario B, I'm thinking of doing it like this. So if I have could make it smaller, something like this, so that it has that like we could keep the same color color for the extinction risk, but it would be like a little bit different shape through like this, having a like empty space inside it. So yeah, let's. Oh yeah, actually I remember now that I had set this up so that um, yeah, the it only changed. We only changed the first the extinction probabilities in the first two time periods. Okay. So we could keep those colors. Every color would stay the same. It would just like maybe I would have to change it here. Like now I just have, there's like nothing in here that refers to scenario A and scenario B, except for in this bright green thing, which kind of like explains the difference. But I think it would also be needed to, I would need to explain it also in here. So if we have like multiples right now, so here we would add something like, oh, this is this is actually in scenario B, and this could be like in scenario A, and the same thing here. This would be like in scenario A, and we would have the other one for the scenario B. So I would need to add those text there, which is kinda some work, but I have become better with this kind of playing with this text stuff, so maybe it's not such a big deal. Also, I don't know if I need these boxes. It might be enough I have like it reads like scenario A here and scenario B here, so that might be enough for that. There's some kind of white dot there. Let's see. Yeah, maybe we are so ready with the. I'm gonna just take out something here first. This is some old stuff. Yeah, we don't need these boxes, I think. I think we might not need these boxes, but there's like something here that could be used. So if we have like a scanner in here, and we have so maybe the reader will understand that these are now related to the inputs to the right of this text. So we would just add this kind of things here, and then maybe these arrows that we get this change, and then we get scenario B, so that I wouldn't have to add like arrows here or like everywhere. I don't know. Yeah, the tricky thing about these scenarios is that like one thing that I've been pondering here is that or this change thing, that if I have to change here, let's say for survival probability that we go to 80% from 90 to 80%, it's kind of like there's like different ways to express it, like in percentages or in percentage points, and maybe it's even more easy to understand with these extinction probabilities, that we go, if we halve the extinction probability, it's minus 50% chance, but it is like a 0.017 percentage point change. So this could be done in both of these ways, and I'm gonna like thinking, do we need to show both of those ways? And if we show both of those ways, should I also let the user select whichever way they want to make the change, or should it be like always just like the user can choose what is the change in percentages and not percentage points? Because the percentage points difference, you can also like see it as a result there, but yeah, I'm not quite. And you can actually you can change the, you could change the scenario B values like here. So you could change this so that's also like kind of like redundant, maybe, that you can make the change in both places. I'm not sure. Maybe at least for now I'm just gonna have it like as a change in percentage. There's also like maybe the one tricky thing that, okay, let's say we have like a change for the survival probability. So if we make a change here that the survival probability is gonna be reduced by 2%, then we have some kind of something like this here, and 2% change, it leads to like almost 48%, 88 here. So I think now the tricky part is, will this affect, it's gonna affect this one, it's gonna change this, but should it change this one as well? But I think not, maybe not, because what I've been thinking about here is that if you change this, it's gonna change just this one, and it's not gonna affect that one here. Unless, I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't have. Yeah, so maybe this is not, or at least it's not something that I should like concern myself about at this point. Okay, I'm just gonna start doing this. So let's try to make like the layout. So here I have these. So I'm gonna make a copy of both of these. Like that. And then I'm gonna see if I can track them together. Okay. Where are they? They are like, they stay behind there because, okay. I'm gonna go and turn this off for now. Okay, it's not helping. I'm just gonna move these inside here. You cannot do that. Do I have to just drag them individually there? Okay. Here. And then the other one. This. Can put it over here. And now we have like a lot of stuff here, so I'm gonna remove this old one. I don't have any use for that. Let's just find out where it is. It's here. Oh, where is it? Okay, here. Now I have this here. This will be the scenario 2. Okay, now it will be like easier for me to change these values inside here, I suppose. Yeah. I just have to find those values, and I can see that this is a little bit to the right, so just a little bit. So still okay. I can use that 0 as a kind of like a guide here. Gonna move this just a little bit more. I can see that all of the stuff is not quite even, which is a bit annoying, but I'm not sure if I want to. So what's here? There's some. So still I cannot. Maybe I just make a copy of this layer like that and move it up here. And then I just gonna remove this one, this one, this kind of stuff here, because it's kind of like self-explanatory for the user at this point that we might not need it. So, and I'm gonna make this leveled a bit. Oh, I have to be careful that I don't. Okay, like that, and then I'm gonna need those. This vector, so I'm gonna make a copy of this vector. Just like that. So it's both like trying to be familiar with those kind of like state vectors. This kind of like you could call this like change, or this change kind of like inputs. But on the other hand, it has to be a bit different, but it has to be similar so that the user can make the connection to that stuff above and beyond. I also noticed that some of these, there's like why so big a difference between the in the height of some of these. So I have one of these. Okay, this one. I'm gonna remove this one. Okay, here we have the changes. And this one also here. And this. Okay, now we have everything in place. Now we have to think about in terms of percentages. So okay, here let's go change inputs. So how will this look? Just a sec. Okay. Okay. tends to be kind of like first thing you choose percentage minus X%. Mm. So if we have something like that, and we can think like how many decimals do we want to have there. And here, this is a little bit trickier, or I should leave a lot more decimals here. So it's gonna like, because these are gonna be like small numbers. Something. So we also have to keep the minus here, because the user can also change whether it is a minus or a plus. Maybe in these kind of, well, if you have this one of these scenario options that you choose that you remove one of the risks, then it's always a minus. But you could have this custom scenario that there it could be a plus. And here we would have like a plus. On the other hand, if the survival probability is a minus, then the expected life years is gonna be a plus. So, but it's gonna be less. So let's put something like, I don't know, percent. I don't really have an idea here. So yeah, this is the basic principle here, and the user could. This looks a little bit weird. They look that they are thicker on the right and left hand side than on the top and bottom, which is kind of weird. Oh, it has to. Yeah, okay. I think I know what's happening there. Yeah. And I also want to leave some amount of air between this change area and then and between the scenario areas. So but I think that might be it. So okay, so these numbers are not changed now. I'm just like playing with the placements so far. Let's see. But this is something that the user, yeah, this is something that the user cannot change. It's just a result of this stuff. I'm just like wondering like how many decimal places is it gonna require, but maybe it's not such a such a big difference. Okay, we have this, so that's gonna be like that, and over here we're gonna, let's just put like a change I could have a little bit, so a bit different color. Okay. So I'm gonna this. Let's see, what color do we want to use? Let's go with some. Let's go again with some shade of blue, because I think that's quite a secure option here always. So we go like this. Gonna drop the opacity, and this is gonna be in quite the bottom. Just make it even. Change. Yeah. We got something like that. Yeah, I have those. Yeah, I wonder if I should be looking for those numbers now or not. Or maybe I should actually. Yeah, I should be thinking about this drawing. Like a. Yeah, I think I figured out that this, for this expected years of humanity, I'm gonna just use. Yeah, so this extinction risk line, just like this kind of difference that I have this kind of empty thing, and I'm thinking like I could have the percentage number. I could also have, like, for example, a letter A before this number in if there's like a comparison, like A here, and then like have the number here and have like B in front of it or something like that. But what do I do with this line? Let's just make another layer, and this survival line, I wonder if there's a way to somehow fill this. Is there a way to do a little bit similar kind of thing with this? I can't really figure out. If I want to use the same color, then it doesn't help me to have like a narrower line, because it's gonna then the line is just gonna get lost inside this line, because at least for for the first segment it's gonna be like very similar. So if I'm just thinking now that and also because this line is so thick already, so even if you have quite a big difference, it's just gonna make it kind of like look that the original line just gets thicker or something like that. Just wondering if you could somehow get some kind of like outline for this or something. I don't know. Just looking at some options here. You're not gonna see this, but yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end here. I think I made some nice progress, but I'm gonna end for now. I think I might stream tomorrow. Let's see how I feel. Yeah, I have to find out these numbers where they are, and yeah, maybe this is ready tomorrow. I'm not sure. Okay, bye.